Chair calls Michael Clifton. Mr. Clifton, thank you for your patience.
Thank you, Chairman. I have a few handouts here. I'll try to be short and sweet as we're wrapping up here. Good evening, Chairman and members of the committee. We heard some earlier testimony. I want to draw some parallels. Very passionate arguments on both sides. For example, on an earlier bill, House Bill 2109, not to be advanced by this body due to the potential for discriminatory practices. So conversely, I would expect this same protection by this body to correct a discriminatory practice against a segment of our population, that being non-custodial parents who are predominantly fathers, just trying to have lunch with their children. On the handout, I'd like to draw to your attention to a few arguments that we found in support of Mr. Jaros's position, both federal and state level, either laws and or policies. Again, I'm going to parrot Mr. Jaros here. I find it absurd that this school has taken this arbitrary position. I direct your attention to Roman numeral 1. The child, how are cases of joint custody treated? The child will receive free meals regardless of which parent had custody at the time. The child's going to be fed, but why should the child be placed into the position of not having mom and or dad there at a lunchtime visit? Furthermore, the same U.S. Department of Agriculture, which is a federal agency, actively encourages parents to become involved in their children's school meals and to bring concerns and suggestions to the attention of local officials. How can the parents do that if they're precluded from even attending? Furthermore, the USDA recommends that parents eat breakfast or lunch at school with your children. So there's a myriad, again, of policies here in effect by both federal and state elements that I would draw your attention to in support of having parental involvement in that lunchtime. Representative Kalani earlier stated that state employees should be serving everybody the same and not discriminate. I would direct your attention to Roman numeral 6 in this handout, which specifically, under the U.S. Department of Education, relative to a civil rights violation, where the red arrow is on parental status. That's exactly what this school's arbitrary decision is doing to this parent and more. So I would urge you to pass this legislation, and I do fully support it.
Mr. Clifton, thank you for being here, and certainly thank you for your patience.
Thank you all.
Any questions, members, for Mr. Clifton? Not hearing any, thank you very much.